And we're back. All right, we're back. Yep.
Hi, everyone. You can hear us now.
You can hear us now. I think all of our technical issues are resolved.
Hooray!
Yeah, Streamlabs OBS doesn't like us apparently. So,
Not today.
Apparently.
Not today.
I mean, I don't like us either, so I don't blame you.
Wow. But hi, everybody. For those of you who are watching for the last 15 minutes, we had some really interesting discussions that none of y'all could hear.
About space.
About space and time. Exactly. Space time.
This is a lie. We actually sung all
time.
of Hamilton while you guys couldn't hear us. So.
That's true.
I mean, the
20
whole
minutes.
of Hamilton
Awesome.
would be like
Wow.
3 hours.
We just sung it
and
really
we did it in
quickly,
15
okay?
minutes. It was
We just
like
deleted
that.
the 2
all
hours
6
and
of us
45
were
minutes.
singing different songs
Yes,
from
there you go.
Hamilton
Yeah, exactly.
at
Each of us
triple
had-
speed, which is ridiculous since Hamilton is already sung so quickly.
Yeah, each of us had like 4
And
songs
I'm
or whatever.
helpless.
Alexander.
You don't want me singing. You don't want
Because
that.
the king is fantastic. I love the king so much.
You'll be back soon.
And I'll kill your friends and family to remind you of
Because I love you.
Yep.
Remind
That's
you
so
of
good.
my love. Da 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 da.
We'll get there eventually.
This is what when we're gonna meet when we're Governor Malclaith, it's gonna be really awkward because he's gonna do the whole musical number and we're gonna be like, "Thanks, Governor, appreciate
It's
it."
been a very musical episode. Yeah.
We're all just like, did we walk into the wrong show? Like, we do very fourth wall breaking, looking at the camera crew, being like, was this?
Was this planned?
There was
Except
actually
it's an
a
anime
really
show too, so it'd be
interesting,
even weirder.
There was a musical episode on, I forget what show it was and what channel it was, but it was one of the shows that, like, one of the D&D shows that Vanna's on. They did a musical episode, but one of the characters refused to sing, so they made it so that character was the only person who noticed that everybody was singing.
Was
So-
it Pirates of Salt Bay?
I think it was Pirates of Salt Bay.
Yeah, that
Almost
sounds about
definitely
right, yeah.
Pirates of Salt
Saving
Bay.
Throw show is the.
Yeah, it
is
was
the-
Saving Throw show. You got it.
Damn.
But yeah, it was interesting because it played in like that person's headspace as everybody's singing, and they're just like, "What the fuck?"
Wait,
It's
it's
sad
somebody else.
There's
noticed
somebody
this?
who just like refused to sing now.
I mean, it's understandable. Like, there's some people who are just like, I can't sing and I don't want to.
So that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I can't sing, but like it's meant to be silly. You know, it's not meant to be like. Good.
I mean, it's
but
not
some
about
people-
being good. It's about being self-conscious about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
People
exactly
have
what I'm
different
saying.
levels
Like,
of
there's no
self-conscious.
reason to be self-conscious, but
Tell
Yeah,
it
but
to
not
the person-
everybody is as audacious as you, Senor Rhys.
that is
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah. Tell it to people who are feeling that way. It doesn't help them.
You shouldn't
Not even
feel
a
this way.
Oh, you're feeling self-conscious? Don't do that.
Saying that.
Just don't do it. It's easy.
On a
You
Uh,
having
on
feelings?
another
Quit it.
on another tabletop related note, just looking back through Twitter for retweets and stuff, I just found an awesome combat wheelchair for D&D, and it's a dwarven one, and he looks so badass.
Yeah,
That's
the
awesome.
combat wheelchair is really cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was the thing. What? 4 days ago? Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, they were.
Went
People
out?
were
Yeah.
talking about it, and like, of course, the internet was being the internet. But I like the solidarity that came out. But look at this awesome combat wheelchair.
Combatto.
I thought the most fucky part of that
Ooh.
is like people were swinging hate at Matt Mercer, and like Matt Mercer didn't make the supplement. Second off, why would you be mad at like a free optional supplement that some people can use to make themselves, you know, feel at home in a
Included, yeah.
D&D game? You know, like
Let me tell you the secret, because people just want to be mad
It's true.
at everything.
people's just
Ever.
want to be angry.
Well,
Anyhow.
you know who we can be mad at? Our bounties.
Yeah.
That's true. Pistol whip everybody.
So, I rolled the entanglement for y'all last time, and I want to know who
What
and
love
which. I mean, yeah, but we're you're gonna have an encounter with a certain individual who's gonna offer you a job, and I want to know, where do you think they wound up meeting you guys at? I know you were talking about looking at a bounty board. Like, where do you picture that bounty board being?
Probably a bar somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I.
Or
this
just
being
like in the
Warren.
landing bays of Warren.
I mean, it's probably a spacer bar that's in one of the space, like that's near one of the landing like ports in.
Like
Warren.
if it is not in a bar, Crow is literally just going to pick up the board and take it to a bar wherever that is.
I mean, I think
It's not a physical board.
my
It's
imagination.
a hollow board.
It's like it's a screen, like it's it's an interactive screen that's on the outside of a bar. Like the bar is inside, but like I imagine there are people literally leaning out the door with like a beer in a hand, just being like, "What are the bounties?"
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Maneki sitting like at the screen and is just like pawing at it and just like swiping through them, and it just looks like a cat that's playing at it, but really I'm looking for someone.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, I would be looking for anything posted or posted by or for a certain enemy of mine. I'm not expecting to find anything, but it's what I'd be doing.
Well, I
Not
see
this
one
time.
that I don't want to do. I'd rather not be the hound dogs for the Church of the Stellar Flame right now.
I think Link is just like fiddling with some device that she's half taken apart, and it's just like, she's waiting for the rest of the crew to just find interesting bounties because she'll just decide based on what other people already chose. She's not gonna do sorting she's not gonna do sorting when the other people can do it for her. And she just like has her feet kicked up. It's just like, look, I mean, I don't really want to do the church either. I mean, just like points at herself, just like.
You hear Crow like yelling in the bar, like, no, two drinks. We want the 2 drinks. And then like turn slightly so you can hear him a little bit better, and is like, I don't care which one you get as long as it pays well.
So
And I say, Crow, we've been over this. You don't need to get 2 drinks, just get a quart. You can have a big old cup and you don't need to use both hands.
I've always been a fan of the pint. It's much larger.
I mean, he's getting 2 different.
You might be getting 2 quarts.
It all goes to one place.
That's.
But anyway, like I said, there's one job that I do here. I mean, I'll do it if you guys really want to, but like I
So-
said, I'd rather not be the hound dog for
while
the
you're
Stellar
while you're
Flames.
standing there and evaluating these bounties and saying you don't want to work for the Stellar Flame, a good-looking Xeno walks up to you and says, "So, you have a spaceship. Looking for a job."
Yeah,
Kinda
good
Xeno.
looking.
Same kind of Xeno the ballad was.
Okay. Cool.
What kind is that? What do they look like?
I could just put a picture of Ballad in the chat, and that'll give you an idea. Because
That'd be cool.
I don't have good descriptors. It's been a hot minute since I've played them, so.
Well, look at you just
should
eavesdropping
be-
in on our conversation.
They're down in the character
What
list.
what
They're
does our
very
work have
valid.
to do with you?
I'm looking for someone
Lyric-
to
Don't go so quickly.
to mention
Lyric
here.
ballad.
I'm sorry,
And-
you'll have to speak up. I couldn't hear you.
But they got blue skin. It's like a light blue skin tone, right? Ballad sheet.
Yeah.
Ballad sheet is still there, and the picture is.
I don't remember what Ballad skin tone was.
Was kind
I
of a
remember
bluish
from the
gray.
little. Yeah, it was like a bluish
Bluish
gray. I
gray?
remember the
Okay.
chibi. Also,
Yeah.
I think I can link the chibi too, unless you already did that. Nope.
So hearing the person, Crow like totally walks out with both drinks in his hands. One is a very, very fancy drink with like the umbrella, and the other one's just like straight whiskey. And the bartender's yelling at him like, "Bring those cups back here!" He's like, "I'll be right back, you old codger. Just relax."
So this kind of does a little bow sort of thing. He says, "My name's Darinek, and I need some help getting someone off planet, actually, into Mem. Now, you all know. Well, can we talk inside if you're interested? Really used your help."
I mean, well, I'd love to talk, but I just want to say that we aren't the altruistic type. I think you might need to pay for any help we may give you.
I don't have a lot of cred, but I do have something that's fairly valuable that I can trade you. In addition to the cred, of course.
Such as?
And like
They wanted to speak alone.
points to the door.
Let's entertain them. And I hop
All
down
right.
from the bounty board and start trotting in the direction they.
Crow will put an arm around the Xeno and be like, "Well, step into my office then."
And I say, "Ooh, guys, look, this one's trying to find a lost pet. We can find another puppy. We even
Tempo,
Gaffrey can use his nose. It'll be fine."
Tempo, we'll get to that. Let's hear about this one first. And, like, gets up from the table, and, like, the thing that she was taking part, she just, like, collapses it back together. Just like, we'll listen to this one, we'll get all the jobs together, it'll be great. Question. Me being a Xeno, but not exactly being from Warren, would I know who Dyrenek is?
If you'd like to.
Okay. Like a tier one-
Neck.
They're a tier 1 faction, right? The gang?
Yes, I believe so. Let me double check. Let me double check. Yes, they are tier 1. They're kind of low on the
Yeah.
totem pole.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
as
of
we're-
them at least. Okay. Go ahead.
So as we're walking in, I say, "Just so you know, friend, there's quite a big bounty out on a guy named Cord for 8 to 10 creds. So this item better be pretty good."
Like, he sighs pretty deeply, but we'll join you all, like, in a back corner where you'll be less likely to be overheard. And he says,
I gotta ask before we keep going. Is Creek here?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make
Also,
sure.
did we ever play out the dropping off of the robot?
I'm under the impression she's still with us.
Yeah, she's on the ship at the moment. We were gonna swing by Baptoma, which could work out because it's on the way
We'll see what we
to
do.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, he says, "Look, I'm part," and he stops and goes, "No, I'm friends with people in the independent parliament, and I have clearance codes to land at the new spaceport on Mem. Not very many people have these, and Governor has been adding more and more taxes to his own spaceport there. If you're looking for a under the radar way to get on the planet, this is your ticket. And maybe you're not looking for that, but there's definitely other people that are. You are savvy enough to sell it, but it's what I can offer. That
It'd be
and
handy
for
to have
cred."
something like that, guys.
So wait, you need us to
Pretty
take
good.
somebody to Mem, but want us to sell the boarding pass to get to Mem?
No,
I think he meant
no.
after.
That's not.
Tempo. What a good friend, a good gang leader here is saying is that we transport the person, and we have the key to get into the spaceport, which we can sell to other people afterwards.
Well,
Or
keep for
we can
yourself.
keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think keeping it would just be more beneficial in the long run.
Access is good. I like access. Dyrenek, who is this person? They part of your your crew or somebody else?
It's somebody else. There is another Xeno, well, and he kind of laughs. Since you called him my good gang leader, so he assumes that you know who he is and what he represents. Which, for those of you who don't know, is a small group of Xenos that are kind of looking for independence under the thumb of the human hegemon. So he says, they're trying to get out of a bad situation. I'd prefer not to divulge too much if you're not going to be taking the job.
No, that's perfectly reasonable. I have a question outside of this conversation. Are any of these other 3 jobs going to the Holt system?
Let me check the bounty board.
Not that you know of.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because they're not listed on the bounty board.
We'd have to go and ask
We'd have
whoever's
to find
offering.
out that information.
Yeah.
My thought was there's no reason we can't ship this guy and do another job in Holt as well, because people were talking about making it worth our while, but 4 creds in the access pass and doing another job is viable,
Yeah, for sure.
but we would have to find out that information. I mean,
We'll look into these other ones. If we can do, the more we can do, the better.
You know what? We're not exactly a transportation service, so
I was
it's not-
about to say, we aren't much for smuggling, but I'm thinking that this key to land on Mem, how many times do you think we've had targets go missing and they ended up on Mem? Now we can get there.
I mean, I agree.
Mhm.
My thing more was just like for his friend there. It's gonna be real uncomfortable being on a ship for a long period of time. Tell you that.
yeah.
that's true.
My-
We don't really have accommodations for passengers.
But I mean, like we can do that and like it's just like Laura's most like we can do that and like maybe if we do another job, we can get ourselves something where we can actually transport people that aren't prisoners. You know,
And we can eat something other than MREs for once.
exactly. Like
if we're transporting them off world, I don't think they're too worried about cramped quarters.
I mean, maybe
No,
maybe not.
really, as long as you can get them to Mem and get them to the independent parliament, they don't really care very much how they get there.
Okay.
The one question
and-
I do have is exactly how much hate does your friend have?
He stops and he thinks about it for a little while, and he's like, "It's a personal matter."
Well, you know what? Don't worry about that. We're a licensed bounty ship. They aren't going to expect that we're smuggling or anything like that. If your friend
See,
doesn't mean us any harm, we should be all right to get him over there.
It's
All right.
doable.
Yeah,
Not say
partial
we
matter
take
works for me.
it.
You were about to say something, though.
I assume we can ask them, is what you're telling us.
you definitely can.
All right. Well, there we go. So just like so if we take this job, where are we meeting them? They like
There's a warehouse near the spaceport. I can give you the address if you agree.
Wonderful. We'll leave in the morning. I have spoken. I start grooming myself.
Couldn't they just meet us at our ship?
I mean, this is gonna be easier, probably. Look, I haven't done a lot of these things. Like, you know, this anyway. Krieg, Crow, what do you think?
I think it's worth taking a look into. You said it's a personal matter, but personal matters, especially secretive ones, tends to mean that somebody's going to be wanting to make sure he doesn't get off of Warren. What kind of trouble are we looking at? You said not much heat, but that doesn't mean other folk aren't going to be trying to stop us.
There are definitely other people looking for them, but if you can get off Warren, especially given that you're not a smuggler ship, I don't think anybody's going to look at you twice for them.
If you're true to your word and it's mostly a personal grudge, then it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and I imagine they're just trying to get to somewhere with more like-minded individuals as themselves, which I believe them should have.
Exactly.
We should. It sounds like we need those coordinates then.
The one
All right.
question I will ask is, your friend okay if we make a pit stop at Baftoma? Because that's kind of on the way.
I think they'll be willing to accommodate a small detour.
All right,
The worse the better then.
I'm in if everyone else is then.
Sign me up.
Just like
All
gets out a data pad. Just like you can give it to me, I guess.
Get the address to you.
Yeah. All right. Good to meet you. Best of luck with whatever ventures your crew's doing.
Thank you. Try to keep it on the down low.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he gives like a broad wink to y'all and then heads out.
Well, did we want to look at these other bounties in the meantime?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Might want some more cash.
All
Cred.
right. Let's go take a look then.
Well, they were a real charmer, weren't they?
As you guys are walking out back to the bounty board, Crow is like, it's probably a trap. It's always a trap. Give me another.
We're bounty hunters. Of course it's a trap. Go running away from us. Okay, so I heard something
you all
about
were listening to that fish again, weren't you?
I heard something about a pet. Somebody said something about a pet.
Yeah,
Bounty?
one of these bounties is to find a lost pet. It's like it's gonna get easier than that.
Depends on what the pet is.
Who put that up? I don't see it. Like it's like brushing through.
This is a goddamn pet finder.
The
Number
high. What
For the
is the
HNN.
person's name?
The HNN is the Hegemonic News Network.
Yeah, I know that, but it's not the Hegemonic News Network. It's a person from the Hegemonic.
High-level investor.
It doesn't have a name. It just is a person from the HNN, is what it
Well,
says. In the bounty.
it just seems to be a fairly well-to-do HNN person. They lost themselves in Issar.
Wait, so like a reporter? Is that? Okay, sure, why not? Good press, I guess. That's
No,
what
no,
they say,
no.
right?
Investor, not investigator.
Oh.
So some rich fogey lost their exotic pet.
Oh.
If we're back at the bounty board and I swipe through these other bounties, do they say about where they're taking, like the direction they need to go?
This is
So-
the only information on the boards.
Okay.
Most
you
of
would
them
have to meet
you're
her.
going to need to like do some investigating as to find where they are. These would probably each list like a drop-off point where you would return the bounty to, but you would have to go out and find them.
So I have a people.
Before we do that, because we haven't decided what we're doing, other than doing the secret mission, the quote-unquote secret mission. I think this is the time where casually brushing through, find the Bornica Syndicate bounty. Just
Mhm.
like, this one's an interesting one. It's like, taps it. An item? Retrieval. Ah. This one pays well.
That's what I said.
Sorry,
Oh.
Crow. You were busy getting drinks.
Yes, it does. But normally that means they're a little more dangerous.
Yeah,
That
what
or
I was
it's
afraid
a
of.
bit more under the table.
We're normally.
I mean, both? Probably?
Normally we capture people. We don't acquire stuff.
I mean,
We're
we were
bounty
considering going and...
hunters.
We were going considering getting a dog out of a tree. Like, take what we can get, right?
Yeah,
There's no
that's
such
fair.
thing as a milk run.
Look, milk's a lie anyway. Like,
Yeah, put it on his tab.
Look, if you want.
Well, we might as well change our slogan to Rocksteady's Odd Jobs.
Bounties do include
And
items.
don't forget, we need to remove the don't ask questions part from the contract. We need to start asking questions.
That's a good way not to get a contract.
Maneki, you were saying? Sorry.
That's alright. I was saying, if you want an opinion, go ahead and take all of these jobs. We get paid upon completing them.
That's not how that works, as far as I'm aware.
None
Like,
of these
Yeah,
are
people
listed as
get
time
pissed off
sensitive.
if you're jerking their chain.
yeah, like, you take a
Only
job
one-
and expect to complete it within a certain amount
Let
of time.
me get some information about some of them.
Well,
Okay, sure.
Kelsa, I am going to
Yeah.
reach out to Aura.
Yeah, okay.
Also,
And I'm
she-
just going to ask her about some basic information on all of the bounties.
Aura is your information broker contact.
Information broker, yes.
And you have an uptick with her. Let me check my notes. What did I write down about her? They helped you get a new ID. Okay. So, do they are they here on Warren?
Yes.
What are you gonna do, like a video call? Are you gonna go meet them up, or?
I'll probably do like a video call in like a more private area, like not in like the general bar. But I don't know if they have like anywhere where I can take a private call, or I would have to like duck out.
I'm picturing there's like the hallway back to the restrooms where there's like a little booth that you can go into to make video calls.
Yeah,
From
that'll
the
work.
public
That's very
phone?
crow.
Yeah. Okay. What do they look like?
So I described them last time because I did use them in the first game, but they are very posh, very, very like upper class, almost noble. They probably have as much money as a noble, but they're not of noble blood. So like very
Right.
They're an aristocrat.
cool, like futuristic haircut where it's like shorter in the
Purple
back, longer in the
streak.
front.
Yeah.
Like long black hair with a purple streak in it. Very, very expensive jewelry, fancy fashion clothes.
All right. Yeah. So they take the call, and it looks like they're in a kitchen, and they have like a bowl of something that it's stirring itself, but they're holding it. So,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Oh, Crow! Didn't expect to hear from you again so soon."
Yeah, we were still on Warren, so I figured I'd check in.
Oh, so sweet. I'm making cookies if you wanted to come over.
I would certainly like cookies. Would you mind if I bring my crew?
Well, I'll have to make some more cookies.
I mean, that works for me.
All right, yeah. So you just miss me?
I mean, of course I miss you. I was also wondering if you had some information, but I definitely miss you.
Information's my job. We'll see how much of it I'm willing to share with an old friend.
All right, I'll see you soon.
All right. So we can cut to going to her high society penthouse. Yes, there we go. I got all those words out. It's like at the top floor of a skyscraper, and there's like a bunch of covered walkways between it and nearby buildings, so you don't have to go all the way down to the ground level where it's like gross and full of smog and stuff. And it's you could almost say beautiful up here. You've got a really good view of the rest of the skyline, and you can see there's like a bunch of like the buildings out below it. A number of them have like rooftop gardens and stuff, so it really is a lot more beautiful than you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
It smells like fresh baked cookies.
Link just looks around, just like, I feel underdressed already.
Crow is like literally just walking around like he owns this entire building. Everybody's probably looking at like all of them traipsing around here, like calling the cops.
You probably have like 3-day-old stains on your shirt.
Oh, I'm sure.
Only 3 days? It's a fresh shirt.
Where exactly are we?
High
We're,
rise.
yeah, we're in a high rise in the city of Warren.
I mean, Warren, the entire planet or the entire moon is a city, so
Yeah.
we're in the high society, rich part. Of
Oh, I look completely at home.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you do.
I
think-
didn't bother to dress up. I'm still in just the usual disheveled look.
I mean,
Yeah,
Link
Crow
is
didn't
because
say
she didn't
anything
know where
about
we were
like
going.
being fancy, so I'm like bandeau around my chest and my vac suit tied off at the hips still. So
Link is uncomfortable for a couple of different reasons, but we're not going to get into them.
Crow actually looks down at Maneki and notices that she's like noticeably happier and is like, "What is with cats and heights? I don't understand. We drive around in a spaceship."
Aura like welcomes you with open arms and says, "You know, I've got the cookies all set up. They're on a little table here in the solar. Just come on over. I've got some tea brewing. Should be ready in just a moment."
Oh, thank you, dear. And
And
he'll
she,
like
like-
hug her and give her like a big kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, and she like leads you through like this ultra modern living room, and then off to one side there's a like another room that has like all glass windows, and it's almost like an atrium. There's a few plants in here, and there's like a number of different couches set up, and in the center there's like a little coffee table, and on it there's like one of those tiered things that's got different cookies on different levels.
Do they
There's, like,
spin?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I am definitely pawing at it and making it spin.
The different levels spin separately from each other.
This is perfect. I am on the table and playing with this. I probably knock a few cookies off.
Definitely knock a few cookies off.
Yes.
Crow will
Well,
definitely
hello.
pick up the cookies and eat them anyway.
well, hello there, Darwin. It seems our friend Crow here ain't got no manners and doesn't introduce people. I'm Tempo.
And she then she nods, and then she points and is like, Krieg, Link, and she points down at the cat and is like,
Maneki.
"You're an odd one."
So I've heard. So just the
Crow looks up with like a bunch of cookies in his mouth and he's like, "I have quite good manners, thank you very much. I just don't use them."
Oh, guys, hold on. Shae was still talking.
Oh, I was just adding. It's the result of being of a superior breed. And then I start grooming myself proudly.
I see.
Hi. Link is not sure whether she's supposed to like shake her hand or bow or just like not do anything. So she's kind of just like, so you're Crow's friends? Is that no?
Yes. You want a cookie? Got meringues and chocolate chip and
Are any of
You'll buy
them
all-
fish cookies?
no, there's no fish cookies, I'm afraid.
That sounds odd. Why would you?
There should totally be taiyaki, which is fish-shaped pancakes with red bean paste, but they don't have fish in them.
She just picks up a random cookie. It just like starts just munching on it. Feeling kind of awkward. Sits down.
The welcome is much appreciated. Thank you, Miss. What was her name?
Aura.
Miss Aura.
And I've got tea all around. And like a little tea cart puffs out by itself. And she starts pouring cups of tea for everyone.
Crow definitely takes the tea and then immediately like pulls out his flask and is like, go, and puts the flask back.
I take the tea and I pour instant coffee into it.
That's weird.
I just laugh at mine happily.
Mm-hmm.
Drink.
Link takes the tea and then like looks at the tray as just like it just like puts a hand out like considering to take and is like, no, I shouldn't. This is a bad idea.
Well, Crow, you didn't tell me you had such high friends.
Aura's kind of one in a million where her friends come from. I don't have many like her.
Well,
Not many do.
I think she's a delightful host already.
Aura, would you mind taking a look at the tablet here?
All right.
Oh, right. Just like takes out the tablet and gives it to her.
All right, she takes a look.
Obviously, I know nothing's 100% free. But could you at least give us an indication on how far away some of these people might be?
Assuming I know. Let me take a look and see what's been found. Usually, if it's not high profile, then I haven't heard of it. Well, it's not entirely true. Anyway, and she starts like flicking
Crow
through
totally
it.
like laughs at that and is like, "We both know you know."
She looks at the first one and she's like, Oh, I see. Let's see. That is not. I have too many windows. Or not enough windows?
Both?
Sorry, both. She says, regarding the first one here, she says, Shinzo, he's trying to court her. Well, Necros is a... and she, like, looks down at Maneki and says, and says, as she's saying this, a very special pet. And I know the lady who... She kind of winces again, kind of glancing at Maneki again. It's like, owns her. Is rather keen to get her back.
I think my ears pick up, and I lift my head when I feel her stare at me.
Mm-hmm.
Special, not just rare. Something intelligent.
From what I've heard.
Fascinating.
I've never met them myself, of course, but from what I've heard, they're likely still here on Warren. Seems there's a number of what would you call like an APB, like a but in space, an all points space bulletin. I don't know.
I think it's probably still an all points bulletin, whether it's in space or not.
Mhm.
Gotta add space in there somewhere, otherwise, how do you know it's in space?
Fair.
That's true.
Nice.
I mean, it's what's another like term for an APB is like what it's not warrant because this isn't like
Mm.
somebody's getting arrested for this.
No,
Yeah.
but
I never wanted. It's the missing pet poster of space. Like,
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be blunt or rude, but would you say that this is more of a kidnapping mission than it is a pet rescue mission? Because if it's more of a kidnapping mission, I don't want no parts of it.
she kind of shrugs and is like, I think you'd have to ask Necros.
is it a kidnapping if there isn't a ransom issue?
I
mean,
think what they're
ransoms are
referring-
usually parts of a kidnapping. It's not.
I think
It's
the
not
question is
necessarily
whether they're
making
coming
the
willingly or
kidnapping a
not.
thing.
I think they're implying that if this exotic pet is something like me, then they may not be willing to return and give up their
Yeah,
found
if they
freeze.
left, if they left on their own accord, then they aren't missing. They're where they're supposed to be.
Crow
It's
looks
just
up
that
like
person
dipping a
seems to
cookie
think they
into
own
the
it.
tea and watching it like crumble by accident is like very upset about it, and then like looks up and is like, "We're not taking a creature that has some kind of actual mental capability. That's not a pet. I think we'll skip on that one."
She nods slowly and is like, well, let's take a look at the rest of these here. Cord. I think I've heard that name before. And she takes a moment and she like takes out her own pad and like does a couple of searches and stuff for a minute and is like, huh. Well, that's odd. If it's the same Cord that I'm familiar with, they're, well, I'd say they were a member of the Wreckers, who, last I heard, were allies, or at least friendly, with the Bornico Syndicate. So I think something may have gone sideways there. I have no
So-
leads on where they might be, though.
Renegade pirate?
Seems that way.
Great.
Now that's somebody I wouldn't mind killing.
I mean, we're not trying to. We're trying to. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the item that's mentioned, right? It said something about item retrieval.
She goes back and she's like, apparently she had been concentrating on the person as opposed to reading the entire bounty, and she's like, oh.
Oh, good.
Well, Huh.
Is it like the governor's rings or something? Like, what are we talking here? Like,
That's a distinct possibility.
wait, actually, I was kidding.
What, you serious?
It seems very likely, at the very least, it's some kind of artifact.
Oh,
That one sounds dangerous. I like that one.
that no wonder it pays so much. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, yeah. That sounds good. I like it. Yeah, totally. Just have to find Cord.
On this last one, the Church of the Stellar Flames. Oh, Dr. Verabahu. She's, one of the governor's cousins, actually, a lesser noble. Last I heard, she was an Iota. She should be fairly easy to track down as a somewhat public figure. Although it seems that means that she's a little bit of a well-connected target, though.
Wrong direction, I think, for us.
Yeah, that doesn't work. We're on our way to Holt.
Yeah, got a
Well, you
big
can start
job over
asking around for Cord out there. If I was a Xeno on the run, Mem would probably be the first place I go.
That's what I was
Funny
thinking.
you should say
Well,
that.
That's good. That's yeah. I guess can I get can I get the tab back?
Oh,
if you don't-
yes, of course. So sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't know. Just like puts it in his pocket somewhere.
Let-
Just like-
Relax, she's not gonna take her tablet. She can buy like 1,000,000 of those.
That's not what I'm worried, bro. this is anyway. Thank you for your help. It was very helpful.
I mean, I didn't even do any research, really.
I mean, at least you gave us some direction. Like, you didn't have anything at that point, so
Fair
other
enough.
than maybe not doing a job for the church because the church, but you know.
Fair enough.
No, I,
I think it's really funny why these people put these bounties up with such vague information and they expect people to do them. I don't understand that. Why don't they just provide the details necessary to do the job so we could just do the job without having to dig around all over the place?
It's part of
Well,
the
I
project.
assume.
information is valuable.
What's fair?
There's that, and I also assume in most of these cases, if they knew where their target was, they wouldn't need to hire bounty hunters.
Well, it's not so much that they should just give us the info, like tell us where the target is. It's more so they should give us the background information necessary to make a deduction ourselves.
Tempo, maybe you're in like the wrong business because like that's what we do.
It is. It's
Now
it's
we
how
scoop
make our
people and
livelihood.
shoot them with tasers.
I mean, that's part of it. That's not the whole thing. Like, I mean, if you really want to, you could like join the system police or something and do that.
Oh no!
Like, yeah,
no,
like
no.
See,
I'm staying in the private sector.
I whatever. Anyway, this like takes another cookie. So yeah, I guess we ask around for court. Aura, I mean, I'm gonna leave it to Crow with you, I suppose. He's your friend. It's just like, I'm gonna go now. Leave.
She like laughs into her coffee cup, or her teacup.
I like how Link gets really awkward and like feels like they need to leave, and I'm pretty sure Tempo just sits down as like comfortably and as like ridiculously on the closest couch available.
Just
Like kind of
sprawl.
spread it.
Yeah.
Not like a super sprawl, but like they have a man spread going.
Mm.
Miss Aura.
That's fair. Yes.
I find myself curious about this necros. Was there anything else in there, or just that it is some kind of intelligent creature?
Give me a second. And she starts pulling up stuff on her pad again, and then she winds up pulling up a newspaper article with a photo of some noble woman, and she's carrying, kind of like you carry a small dog, a small creature. Some part of me wants this photo to be black and white because it's a newspaper, but also this is the space future, so it's probably actually color.
It's stylized black and white.
Right. So this is a photo of the creature. It's about the size of like a fox. It has 2 legs, and it looks like instead of 4 legs, it has arms. And a thick, flat tail, kind of like a beaver. It has coarse hairs that are like dark silver and light silver, like kind of a fox coloration, you know, but with like kind of silvery colors. and it has like a long kind of snout, but like a really small nose and very small eyes, and then like really big ears.
I totally lean over to Maneki, like just at a swipe range, and I'm like, somebody's got a love interest.
Oh, it's a freaking cutie.
Oh dear. On that note, do I happen to recognize the woman as someone who has who might have been part of development, like genetic development for whatever project I was brought from?
No, she definitely looks like kind of a vapid noble as opposed to a scientist.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and its head is somewhat large compared to the rest of its body. But yeah, so she's like, this is the best I can do. A picture of Narcos. This is from a couple of years ago, but it should be still fairly accurate.
That's quite helpful, thank you. You're an information broker, correct?
That's right.
How much would it be to purchase some information, or at least the digging of some information?
Depends on the information.
I'm interested in learning. About the Noyama family, particularly what happened, and particularly information on one Blish.
I can look into that. Are they local to Parsion then?
Are they local to Parsion?
I mean, that's up to you. Is that where you came from? This sector?
Yes. Probably.
I can look into it. Fates of noble houses are usually fairly easy to find. But it's going to take me some time. I don't recognize that name off the top of my head, so I'll need to do a little digging.
It could be because of a bit of a disaster, as it were.
Oh. When did it occur?
How long have I been with this crew? About a year, I think.
It's up to you.
Little more than a year ago.
I'm certain there's got to be something on that. If it's publicly available, I should have it by tomorrow. No charge. But it seems like if I haven't heard about it, probably isn't publicly available. I'll do a little digging, but...
All I have at the moment is cred, but possibly more if these bounties turn up well enough.
Tell you what, give me that cred here as a down payment, and I'll give you everything I can find. Now, if it turns out to be more digging than I'm used to, I'll let you know before the value of this cred is expended.
Very well. I appreciate it.
So mechanically, what we're going to be doing is starting a long-term project
Awesome.
of you finding out the fate of what happened, and that spending that cred here is mechanically you taking an extra downtime action.
Okay.
So we're gonna add a clock. We'll make it 8 segments. And what is that name of the family again? I know you sent it to me.
The family name is Noyama. there a place on... Oh, notes, never mind, I found it.
Okay. And now you're going to make a roll. It sounds... So you're doing an action here in order to convince her to start helping you.
Uh-huh.
It's up to you what action that you're doing. But to me, it sounds like you're consorting or possibly swaying, depending if you're... Since this is kind of doing a transaction with a friend, doing their, you're asking them to do their job and you're going to pay them for it, that sounds like consort. If you
Okay.
were trying to convince her to do it and not pay her, or if she, wasn't interested and you were like, please do it anyway, then maybe that would be sway. Or if you're like, you're going to do this for me, that would be command. But it's up to you how you feel this is going down.
I think consort makes the most sense, like you said, as much as I'd like to do sway, because I'm better at that.
Well, you are doing it with a friend, so you do get +1 die, since you're doing it with your friend here.
Awesome.
I mean, technically Aura is Crow's friend, but you can still take the die here.
Alright. Risky, controlled, or desperate?
Just roll it at controlled. It's technically a fortune roll, but just put controlled standard for...
Alright, control, standard, 1 bonus die. Yeah.
Nice.
Did I just roll 1 die?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But you got a
You
6,
have-
so it's great.
It's 3 ticks on the clock. That's good.
Boop. All right, cool.
Do you have 0 in consort?
She does.
That would.
Yeah.
Oh, that would explain why. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have 0 dice and you roll +1 die, that's 1 die.
Gotcha.
All right, so you've started on this project, and you can check in with Aura later at a later time in order to continue this clock, potentially without paying any more money if you have a downtime action at the time,
Okay.
or you can pursue it on your own through other means. And you said specifically Blish is who you're looking for, is that right?
Yeah, because they're the one I know who is alive. If I learn more information, then that would be awesome. But, it's Blish, and the family name, I figure, is the vital information.
Is Blish also a Noyama?
No,
Okay,
they're a
But they're-
rival.
gotcha. Okay. All right, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Did anyone else have anything for Aura, or are we gonna go to Buftama?
Link
Nope.
left.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Oops.
Yeah, I probably left to go get the ship prepped.
Link left and literally for the immediate scene, she left and she did the thing where you sit outside the door where everybody else is at the party. She did that and got out her tablet and a couple other pieces and started looking up things about Cord, to try to figure out where Cord is now, before we go around talking to people about it.
Well,
I tried...
Aura, it was very nice meeting you, and thank you so much for your hospitalities. The cookies were wonderful.
Thank you. It's always great to meet some of Crow's friends. You know,
Thanks, as
such
always, for your help,
interesting
Aura.
people.
Space
I sure
Mistress.
do.
Yes.
I accidentally added another clock, and I can't seem to delete it.
Boop, boop, boop. I don't see it.
On her sheet.
On my sheet, yeah.
You need to click off of it, because I don't see it on your sheet.
Did that do anything?
Nope.
Huh.
If you tab, if you
Close
go back
the character sheet and reopen it again.
It has vanished.
Ta-da! I fixed it.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you, thank
Turn
you.
it off and turn it back on again.
All right, great. So yeah, you all head out back to the ship, I'm assuming, and the next day you're gonna pick up your new friend.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna meet up with Dernek. How are you picking them up?
That's a good question.
I walk
Very
in.
carefully.
With both hands.
Yes.
Are you gonna send one person with the hover bike?
Oh, I am
Yeah.
definitely riding this hover bike with goggles.
Are you gonna rent a van?
I don't know. It's a good
I
question.
am,
Like,
I
what
I am
we-
very
have
against
vehicles. Did we
spending
not
money
take
on
that?
things.
I mean, renting a van
We
is
didn't
gonna
take
be
grapple. It's a great contract.
a non-substantial amount of money. Like, you're not gonna have to pay a cred to rent a van.
I know, like
They're saying they're
me as a
stingy.
person, I don't care, but like
Gotcha.
tempo is a stingy.
Penny pincher.
Yeah. I mean, I can go. I can go and do that since I don't know. I feel like I was the most interested in this job, but I can go pick them up.
I'll join.
It's not like it. Yeah. So I'll drive. I'll drive the hover bike over there.
I want to go to Mem mostly because my luck is run out at all the casinos in other planets, so I want to try the casinos on Mem.
You want to try the Memish casinos? Okay.
Yep.
I'm just really amused, like, this huge hover bike that used to belong to this, like, big, huge guy,
Yeah.
and little tiny Link is driving it, and then Maneki on the back with goggles. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Link's got away. She rigged herself up a way to actually drive this thing.
Is there, by the way, which other mission were we picking up?
The Cord one, the Bornica Syndicate one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you get there to this little warehouse, and Direnek like waves you inside in the warehouse with your bike. Oh, geez, excuse me. And he's like, looks at the hover bike and is like, well, this is gonna be a little conspicuous, but
No one on a ship wanted to spend more money for this, so this is what we got.
well, beggars can't be choosers. All right, well,
Yeah, that's pretty much how this goes.
all right.
Why would somebody expect you to take the most audacious option when you're trying to hide?
So that's pretty fair. Maybe they can wear I'm gonna get her a coat.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, it's like Lake is just like, do I have anything for this? I mean, yeah, get a coat. I don't actually. It's just like I might have some things that she can wear, but like, yeah. I'm a mechanic, not a spy.
It won't take long to acquire a van if you really want one, would it?
That too, I guess.
I suppose this will be fine. It's not that far to the spaceport. He says, and then he goes in the back, and he comes out a moment later with a very short figure, wearing a very oversized coat, and like a hat.
And a mustache.
Yes, she's wearing an obviously fake mustache, like one of those glasses with the plastic mustache that comes off of it. It's super tacky.
Perfect.
Right. Is she also an Elomian? Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
She's another short Xeno.
she's I would say a little bit shorter than you, actually.
Wow, she's short. Okay.
She real short.
Right.
Yeah. You're actually, like, when you squint past this oversized coat and this floppy hat and these terrible glasses, she might She might be an Isar.
Oh. Well, that explains a lot of things. Just like, oh, alrighty then.
What's an Isar?
You know the first job with HNN.
Mhm.
You know the creature we're trying to find.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is perfect. I love it.
Yeah, it's like,
I see now. I was like, wait a
oh,
second.
Deerneck, you were right. Okay.
Hello.
No problems. No problems here. Hi. Welcome. My name's Link. We're gonna be. This is Maneki. Yeah. Sorry. We're gonna be transporting you.
I'm the captain.
Sure.
They like wave and nod. And Direneck like picks her up, puts her on the back of the hover bike for you.
Look, Direneck, we won't have any problems if we do. I don't know. I'll say she's my sister. I don't know. Like. What are
He
you gonna
laughs.
do?
He's like, if it's system police, they might believe that.
Right?
He's surprised at how piss poor a job they do differentiating Xenos.
Telling me. I mean, you know. Anyway, yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it to Mem. We do have, of course, the thing we told you about all along the way. But, before you go though, you haven't heard about any somebody named Cord, have you?
He stops and he thinks for a minute, and he's like,
Cord is actually the one that's after me? Yes!
No. Definitely not that.
Yeah, that would be way too easy. I'm just saying, that'd be really fun.
He thinks about it for a while. He's like, no, it doesn't ring any bells.
Okay. Yeah, well, apparently they're another Xeno, which doesn't narrow anything down, but
Huh.
I don't know. We got a job, and there's a person named Cord involved. They stole something, kind of important, apparently. I don't know what, but we're gonna find out.
Well,
That is
keep an
our
ear
job.
out for you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Let's get our friend to the ship.
Right? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good talking to you. We'll see each other again. I have to assume.
Yes.
Right, and then like as you drive away, your passenger is like,
Oh, this is gonna be very inconspicuous. I already know.
Look, if the cat with goggles sitting on the lawn wasn't already inconspicuous.
would you like to make a roll here to
Is there a role involved with us getting back to the ship undetected? Is that what you're telling me?
yeah. If
Okay.
you'd like to make a roll here to
I will
not get pulled over for I don't know, being a child operating a motorcycle.
Freaking system police, the worst. Yeah, I'll
they're
do
real
some
bad.
Skull. I'll do some skull to try to be inconspicuous about this. Just drive casual is what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can assist?
Yeah. I mean, you can keep an eye out for me. Like, I feel like there's
I
a
can
lot
do
of
that.
ways.
I've got goggles.
All right. If you spend a stress, you can help me because that would be really helpful. What's the position effect for this skulk roll?
I think it's gonna be risky standard.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fair. Okay.
Take your assist.
Yeah, I'm going to. I need it. Well, it's helpful.
That's real
That's a
helpful.
5. It's a 5.
I'll
take it.
Okay. Yeah. You don't get stopped or anything, but like you get you're gonna get like heat from this.
Figured. I figured that was
someone-
the consequence.
someone notices and is like, that's odd. And so
There aren't any film crews sent around here. That's weird.
so yeah, you're gonna take 2 heat from this.
Yeah, it's fine. 2 heat's fine. Whatever. It's not like we're gonna be in Ren for that much longer.
Amazing.
Great. So the 3 of you get back to the Rocksteady and can introduce
Our passenger.
your passenger, Nakaros, to the rest of the crew.
That's
Hello,
exactly
everyone.
what happened. So this is our new passenger. It's like motions over to Dacryos.
They're a silver kind of fox-like looking creature standing up on 2 legs, wearing a comically oversized trench coat, a floppy hat, and novelty glasses with a mustache.
They're a very nice foxaroo.
They don't look like a Xeno at all. Normal, upstanding citizen.
Right?
That's what I thought.
Well, yeah.
Wait, is that you, Uncle Paul?
Oh, mine was sarcasm. But, cool, welcome to the ship. I hope you find the accommodations to your liking, because this is all we got.
Yeah, do you have a preference on where you want to be in here, I suppose?
I can
They
show
like-
you around.
They like kind of sniff around a little bit, and then
Brig
when
is the smoking section.
Mineki says that she'll show her around, then she just kind of like walks up to Beneki and like puts a little hand paw on your like shoulder.
I put a paw on their nose.
They fall over on their butt, well, on their big floppy tail that like now sticks out from underneath their trench coat.
I like you. You're fun.
So,
They make a small kind of sad noise.
Nacryos, you can bunk with me if you want. I mean, it's the engine room. I don't know how you feel about engines, but you can do that. Krieg, I'm gonna get things booted up, so we can get off this rock. Been here long enough.
Does something trouble you, Nacryos?
Kind of shake their head.
Yeah. Link's gonna head off to the engine room and get things prepped, so we can get off of Warren because Link doesn't like planets.
So you drink coffee? I'm making some coffee. You want some coffee?
They nod their head very vigorously.
Cool.
Like vigorously enough, like the novelty glasses fall off,
Mhm.
and she like scrambles to pick them back up again. It's like,
You don't need
You're
to
on
wear
the
those
ship.
on the
You don't
ship.
need to worry about the disguise.
But I go and make some coffee.
Yeah, they'll-
I'll headbutt them and then start showing them around do like the cat headbutt, rub against, and then start showing them around the ship.
all right, yeah, they'll follow you around. She's gonna follow you around the ship.
Probably when I run into our robot girl, and once they start petting me, I just fall over and roll over. That's probably going to be the end of the tour.
That's the tour of the ship.
It's like,
you just go straight to her
I love
and
it.
then get pets and then fall over.
That's
You just-
fantastic.
You follow Link because Ariane's
Yeah.
definitely in the engine room.
Yeah. Ariane is in
Uh.
the engine room. She was petting Gaffrey, but when she sees Mineki is back, and also now Necros, she makes like
Oh god,
a
she's gonna be so
little
happy.
girl giggle, and she's like, "Oh, there's so many cute animals."
That
I did
Not
I did not even account for this, but that's perfect.
this was not my intention, but yes.
It's so crowded in the engine room. Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
feel like we have cornered the market on like self-aware things that shouldn't be.
Just gonna get up in the cot that's like on the engine, just like I'm gonna take my little space that I have and stay right there to deal with the engine while y'all do the cute animal things. with the
I am
robot.
already purring.
It's actually not that long after you guys come into the engine room that Nakaros wants to leave. Like she goes up to the engine room door, and I picture like she's just short enough that she has trouble reaching the handle, and is like,
I'll use my telekinesis to open the door.
There you go. Okay.
yeah. And she gives you like a little nod, and then she heads out of the engine room.
And the coffee's done.
She follows her nose to the coffee, and like takes the cup of coffee that's like too big for her little hands, and starts drinking it, and it's too hot, and then she spits it out. But then she holds on to it, and she keeps smelling it. So you guys head over to Baftama. I think it's fairly safe flight from Warren to Baftama this time of year. It's not that long, but it's probably a couple of days. Yeah, anybody have anything interesting they wanted to do while on a crowded ship for a couple of days?
I think Link's only thing is her primary thing is gonna be interacting with Ariani, because she has a distinct interest in robots and machines. So it's a lot of like interaction, being like, and trying to figure out the ultimate question of, I think, what a few people want to know on the ship of, what are you?
That is a good question.
Yeah, right. So, because we're not getting any information about Cord right now because we're in space and we don't have like a Nexus link or anything. So,
Correct. Yeah, you're getting nothing. So yeah, you can definitely talk to Ariani, and I don't know, maybe run some scans or something.
yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Combination of the two.
Okay.
I guess
I'm
I'm
just
ultimately. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna smoke cigarettes and drink Crow's whiskey. So
I guess I'm studying her, like over this time is just study, because like I'm speaking to her, but she's a child. She probably doesn't like actually understand most of like about herself. So, yeah,
Mechanics are doctors to them.
it's true. It's true. So
Kind of.
yeah, a little bit. I ain't doing science here. I'm more just like trying to gain information.
So you wanna gather some information then?
Yeah, I would. That is actually what I'd like to do with study.
Okay. I don't think there's any kind of risk here. It's gonna be fortune roll.
All right. I will ask this right now before I roll, just for your own sake. Since I have Construct Whisperer, I don't know if this applies here because she is a sentient like Urbot. She's an Urbot, so she's sentient. Does the machine speak to you when you study them apply here, or is that separate as like a like?
No, that's separate because.
Well, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will roll fortune.
She's about as much of a machine as a human being is.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just thought I should like
Oh yeah,
make
definitely.
it clear. Yeah, that's a 1. That's figured.
Oof.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
I mean, it's a gather information roll, so you get something.
Yeah.
So obviously, she's an Urbot.
Figured.
The most interesting thing that you learn about her is that as was originally told to you, she eats scrap, and it seems like over the course of the 3 or 5 days that you've been studying her, that she's been on the ship, she seems to have gained mass in that amount of time.
Better check what she's been eating.
Oh, she's growing up.
So it's that full. Okay, it's the facsimile of yeah, okay, huh, interesting, weird. So yeah, she's like a facsimile basically, or there's another word for it, but that's what I'm putting here. Huh. No wonder people think that she's valuable. Okay. I think this is just something that she knows to herself, because actually no, she'll talk to. I think Link talks to Krieg about it, because Link and Krieg, as the pilot and the mechanic, don't really have a lot to do while nobody has a lot to do while we're traveling around. But I bet Krieg, you could use some company in the cockpit every once in a while, just flying the ship. Yeah, so I think she goes up there.
While they're talking, I'm just batting around a little metal ball on the floor, just in the background.
Yeah, so Link heads up to the bridge, just hey, Krieg, you wanna talk? I got something I've got on my mind.
He kind of looks out to the vastness of space and is yeah, I got a minute.
Yeah, she takes a seat somewhere. Probably not an actual seat. Just
I'm sure there's a co-pilot chair or something.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it sits in the co-pilot chair, just swings around a little. Just so I've been kind of, studying a robot friend, Ariani. She put you know how Chotai told us she eats scrap.
Yeah. She hasn't been eating the ship, has she?
No. We've got extra scrap. That hasn't been the problem. The thing is that I've found is that she's gaining mass from eating this scrap, which I've never seen with any drone or robot or anything. It's weird.
Well,
fascinating, but weird.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I guess if they're not eating anything from the ship, that's not a huge loss, but I'm still concerned about where that mass all goes once they've eaten it.
I think the real thing is that I think she was designed as a or you don't obviously, but I'm trying to phrase facsimile. She's designed to be like a biological humanoid person. You eat, you get mass from that energy. So there's a child. Where we get going?
Say hello, child.
Hello, child.
Hello.
Hi.
Say goodbye to the robot child that we will soon get rid of. Say bye-bye, robot child.
Bye-bye, robot child.
Bye-bye, robot child.
Bye-bye, robot child.
Good night, Alex.
Beep, boop.
Good night, John.
All right. I love you, buddy.
I love you, Dada.
Love you too, bud.
And I love you the most.
Too cute there.
He is adorable.
So I think put some fingers. Just I think she was meant as a replacement, a replicant, sort of. Maybe not finished, but kind of. Yeah. So.
Are you concerned about the drop-off then, or?
No, I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the people who created her and who that might have been, considering somebody hired the Ashen Knives to do that. The Ashen Knives, I don't think, usually go out on those types of assassination contracts of murdering a bunch of people, no witnesses. I mean, no witnesses, yes, but, you know.
I think they might have been hired on to get rid of the creators and the product so that she didn't make it out to the mainstream. Might be more dangerous than we realized.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I think the Conclave will be a good place for her to hide, if nothing else.
Yeah, we can blend in real easy, especially with the Ashen Knives thinking the job is done.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I'm concerned if there's anybody else like her out there. You know, obviously they're in danger. So.
Something we can ask when we get there.
Yeah, I guess so. I needed to bring it to somebody, and I mean, Crow doesn't care, and I think Tempo would just make some more coffee and say that's how it is. So.
Figure out how we can get paid, but that's not such a bad idea. Maybe we could consider becoming smugglers and make a lucrative business of smuggling these Urbots to them. That's a joke. Bounty hunting's more fun.
it's just like, yeah, you're right. I mean, can you imagine being smugglers? Like, how much? That seems a lot more stressful. To be honest.
Yeah. Unless you were really flashy about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe, I don't know. I heard something about somebody, you know, smugglers. They always shoot first, and like, they seem like not a great bunch. To be honest.
Yeah, no. We'd have to not have many morals for smuggling. Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. We do better this way.
Yeah. So that's what I found. I think the drop-off will go fine. Like, there's no problems there. I mean, I am of course concerned about what might happen with Nakros, but that is what it is.
Yeah, that one's.
I did not have enough butter. I'm sorry. I promise I'll make it some other time.
Don't be silly. It's okay.
I didn't have enough for cookies.
Cookies.
You guys head out to Baftama, and you make it there. So your plan is to try to convince them to give you some money for turning Ariana over.
That is the hopes, I think, right?
I mean, I don't. For
It was-
Link doesn't matter. For me, I would love more cred, but
Yeah,
Link
it's-
doesn't care.
It was implied that they would probably reward us for bringing her there, but I don't think any of us said like, oh yeah, money. I think it was more like
We might casually indicate compensation for transportation, not just give me money.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious on how that's gonna go. So,
We're bounty hunters, not altruists.
Crow will not do the talking for this one. Crow would just be
Well,
like,
it just so happens that I am great at talking.
Where on Baftama is this happening? Where did we get sent to? I know Baftama is mostly just like a husk, but like, is it at a bunker? Are we out in the open? So we got all our spacesuits. Like,
you're definitely gonna need spacesuits to reach
Okay.
the bunker. There is a bunker, but it's entirely possible that there isn't actually air in that bunker, since it's just a bunch of Urbots living there.
fair, fair.
Valid point.
Yeah. So, Link's gonna go for this drop off because
I'm going.
okay, she doesn't trust most of y'all with Ariani.
Yeah. We could probably all go, but I will say we are just a little past our break point. Do you guys want to pause
yes.
here at a natural segue?
Perfect, thank you. I
Sounds like
was
a plan
not
to
paying
me.
attention to the time.
Break time.
All right. So everybody take 5, get up, stretch, grab something to eat. Rhys, did you bring enough cookies for the whole class?
I did not know. Originally, we were going to make banana bread, but apparently we did not have enough butter, so we made a few cookies, and that's what my wife was telling me.
Awesome.
So I unfortunately do not have enough for the cleanse.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm allergic to banana anyway, so I will abstain from mine.
I see. Okay.
All right, 5 minutes, everybody. We'll be back.
See you
Be
in a
back
bit.
soon. I am a people again.
I call bullshit because I have player and I always know when someone's lying to you.
Bleep bloop. Everybody's so quiet.
Welcome back, everyone.
Ooh.
Somebody talk.
I'm still talking. Everybody fill in those channel challenge points. Get the Second Inquisition to show up on our Tuesday game.
Murder
I'm trying.
people.
It shot up pretty quickly just today. I'm impressed. 56
Y'all
Yashiro did it, so as soon as Yashiro did it, I was like, ooh. I want to push the button.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I felt. I was like, oh wait, there's a button I can press. I can
Yep.
throw away channel points at something. Let's do it.
Yeah, basically, I
press
was
it.
like, finally, something to use channel points on in other places when they bring them up.
Yeah, I've got almost 30. I had almost 30,000 channel points. So I was like, I should.
Yeah, I got like
just
20
use
something.
them. Yeah, it's like over on my own channel. Like, I think since they did the change where you don't gather them as quickly when you're a subscriber, I've actually had people like, well, I kind of want to save my channel points for stuff, but you know.
I mean, I'm still gonna blow my channel points on making you do ridiculous voices.
That's what they're there for.
The best thing to spend them on, really.
Thank
I was-
I like.
I love doing that. Like, I love making you switch your character voices. You're damn good at it, too. I would trip up so many times.
It takes a lot of practice, I can tell you that much. Most of it is just remembering the voices, and I just have a good memory for that apparently, so I can do it like on a dime. But yeah, we're on Baptoma though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I obviously have a very customized spacesuit,
Yep. Obviously.
but I imagine
It's just a
very
fishbowl
slight.
on your head.
It is just a fishbowl on my head.
Yeah. It's got an actual fish in it. Space fish. No. So you are dropping off Ariani, and she's being met outside of this bunker By. I swear I said who it was going to be last time, and I definitely did not write it down.
I don't think you told us. I think you just told us where, not who. Just that was
Okay,
Conclave.
You
brilliant.
said what faction it was, but I forget.
Conclave.
Conclave 01, yeah.
Conclave 01.
But not whom.
Not whom. Okay. So I think as you approach, like, this huge, like, the size of a tank, or maybe like a mecha or something, like takes 2 steps forward and like revs up like missile launchers or something, but then you flash the code that you were given, and it like powers down and like takes a step to the side, and then there's a clear shot to the door to this bunker.
I want it to be the thing from RoboCop.
I don't know that thing.
Oh my god, I will put it in the channel.
Okay. I
It is
watched
fantastic.
RoboCop once,
Once, long
Well-
time ago.
a very long time ago.
Well, I guess that guy didn't really want to kill me that bad after all, because he could have totally had us missile-fied right there.
I mean, that... You know what? I'm just gonna go. She's just like, you know what? Just walks in with Ariane.
Yeah, the door like opens, and a like
Just posted it in the art thing.
all right, let me look. Feels bigger than
yeah. All
Like-
present,
like-
all pass.
5 times that size easily.
Oh wow, that's
Bare
huge.
minimum. Yeah,
It's a
like
Gundam.
yeah, it's like gargantuan.
Now,
Yeah, here's a
Kelsa.
slightly
We're
better
not on
picture.
natural.
But then again, this is not actually a mech. It's an Urbot that just happens to kind of look like one.
That's
but
even
at the,
worse. That's-
it's a sentient weapons platform. Don't worry about it.
I was programmed to shoot things, but all I want is love.
Yeah,
I want a hug.
It
this
just
is
wants
what
to bake.
happens. This is what happens when your warbot learns ethics and morality.
Yeah, it's very
You
complicated.
know, there's a video game about that, and it's called Nier Automata.
So the door opens, and inside there's a large Urbot. Looks like it's probably 6.5 feet tall, and it's like thick. And it sees Ariane and like kneels down and like opens its arms for a hug, and she'll run up and he'll like scoop her up and like put her on his shoulder, and then walk back inside the bunker and like motions for you guys to follow.
Yeah,
Oh,
follow.
we
It's
fall.
like, we're done
Yeah,
here.
we're going.
It's like, I'm not
I mean,
gonna
you,
fight
you
it.
could just leave.
Yeah,
No.
I'll follow in.
We're out.
I'm-
In fact,
I'm-
I'd probably climb on the opposite shoulder.
What is gravity like on Baftama?
Sketchy.
Sketchy gravity? I kind of like float as much as I can then. Just like,
Sure.
I don't know.
He brings you inside and says in a kind of rumbling voice after the door closes, "Unfortunately, there's not much air here. I don't think any of your organics would be able to breathe. We thank you very kindly for bringing Ariane to us."
You are welcome.
Oh, it was no trouble at all.
Rocksteady has always been Rocksteady for Conclave 01.
That is.
We're always happy to help.
accurate.
Ariane has been a delightful companion. I enjoyed her company.
She like reaches around behind his head so that she can pet you on the other shoulder, and is like, "She's such a good kitty."
I am already purring.
Yes, tell me more. Tell me more about how good I am.
Basically.
So he leads you a little bit further into this bunker, and there's a number of other Urbots kind of lounging around. Like, one of them is like at a computer terminal and seems to be doing something on the net. They seem to have multiple screens up that they're trolling through a bunch of different news feeds and such. Another one is like lounging on a couch and has their eyes rolled in the back of their head. So they're maybe viewing something internally on some kind of HUD or whatever. There's another one that has like a blowtorch to their own arm where they're like making some modifications to it. And he's like, well, I guess it'd be like a plasma torch because of the lack of oxygen, but whatever. Not important how sci-fi torches work. And so this is probably someone that you have met before, since you know Conclave 01. You've worked with them before. This Urbot is called Bar Hazak.
Can you
And-
put that in chat?
No. Yes, of course I can. Come here. Copy.
And pronouns are he, him for this Urbot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you would know that as well.
Okay.
There we go. And he says, let me see what we can get for you. You've gone to a lot of trouble to bring Arinani to us. Let's see what we can scrape together.
It's most appreciated.
I'll hop down.
Why? I ain't gonna complain about a payday.
I'll hop down next to Ariani, and I imagine there's like ways for us to send things digitally, and I just say, if you
Really,
like.
it looks like we lost the videos.
Oh, no.
Motherfucker. It always does this. I don't know what's going on with that. Hold on.
Yee.
Shae stayed,
I'm there,
but
but I'm
frozen.
frozen.
Great.
Yeah, this has been happening more and more lately. It's just... Oh, it looks
Damn
like they
you,
just
Twitch.
left completely. Hold on.
I don't know if it's Twitch. I think it's
It's OBS.
Damn you,
Yes. It's OBS.
Hey, I'm back.
OBS.
I'm back.
I think it's about OB 3.
What?
Bleats.
Making
Oh,
a dumb
the-
burning wheel joke.
About how to use OBS. I get it now.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, okay. I get
Only
it.
Shae remains.
I got
Shaw
that
remain. So, after a little bit of time, he comes back with like a little cred stick, and it's like, this isn't much, but it's all we can spare right now. But we owe you one. And the cred stick is for 3 cred, and you have one potential favor from the that is not the right thing.
Conclave.
Conclave. Thank you. Conclave.
Crow looks much more excited now, and it's like, we weren't even dreaming of asking for any money.
I mean, we weren't.
I mean, I was gonna ask, but you know me.
Barhauser like shakes his head, and he's like, "You got into a lot of trouble, and if you'd been caught with her, it would have been even more trouble.
Yeah.
Appreciate
that's-
what you did.
Thanks. I imagine you know Sheath's scrap.
He kind of nods slow and he's like, I wondered about that.
If
Think we
you
can-
want, I've got some notes about that.
Oh, sure,
If
certainly.
you want them, just like takes out a tablet, just like here, takes like a data stick and hands it back. Just like, this is what I have. I can't say I know too much about the actual details, but I picked up a couple of things at least, if it's useful for the conclave.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm afraid it's not too hospitable. I'd offer you a chair, but spacesuits and no refreshments probably is not that comfortable for you.
Yeah, we do have to get going as well. We've got a job outside of system.
Well, stay safe, you all.
Miss
too.
Ariani, I hope that you always remain animal lover. I would like to offer my contact information in case she ever wants someone to pet me again.
Yeah, totally. She'll take that. Cool.
I'll do that.
In case you ever need a cat to pet,
Yeah.
I'm your gal.
Basically.
If you would ever like to shower me with affection again, here's my number.
Neki's
Totally.
cat-
I'll
cat.
send her occasional cat pics.
She
God.
loves
Cat
everything.
videos.
It's gonna take weeks and months just for them to get there, but she'll get them.
She'll get them, and then she'll heart them, and then just the heart will come back
Adorable.
weeks and months later.
I'm okay with that.
Great. So you get some cash. This isn't exactly a job. But how are you going to get to Mem?
The legal way.
Before we do that, since we got 3 cred, I would posit that we use it along with our current ship cred to pay off our debt.
Yeah. I mean,
You sure you don't want that crew?
Crow
quarters
hasn't
instead?
told us about the
Yeah,
debt
I was
yet,
gonna say,
so-
do
Oh,
we
that-
even know about the debt? Because I don't even think Crow knows about the debt.
It's
Crow.
been a week since we were on like
Would somebody have reached out to us?
Yeah, you
Uh,
probably got like a bank notification or something.
yeah, we would have gotten some sort of notice.
Somebody
I think.
spray painted "Pay up, suckers" on the side of our ship.
So Crow totally would have been like, "You're fucking cheaters! Then where's this bill coming from?"
Where
Crow!
is he?
Crow.
It wasn't my fault. I don't know.
I feel
what
like
this is.
Crow pins it on me, and it always ends up being like my fault, but it's never actually my fault.
Crow.
It's just
I-
everybody believes that I'm the reason for the debt.
Crow, I swear, if I have to send Volus with you, I'm going to be
I don't know
very,
anything
very.
about this. I don't know where this bill came from.
Where do you think it came from?
I
Every
don't-
single place we go to, you go gambling. It's not hard to figure that out.
You do
I mean,
rack up a big bill.
Literally, every time we go somewhere, first place you hit, casino. If there is one. And even if there isn't one, you still find one. I don't know how.
No. Tempo
Magic.
does the gambling. He does the drinking.
Both. Doesn't matter to me, honestly. And
I
also, yes,
mean-
Tempo, you also rack up bills, but you didn't do it this. Whatever. Ugh. Just
If there's an alley on the street, I know where I can gamble.
see, and you. Anyway,
I still say it was set up.
maybe you were, but regardless, we have 4 cred we gotta pay off.
Looks like we're eating MREs for another month.
You mean like we always do?
Same food we eat every day, Pinky.
Nice. So we pay off our debt and have 1 cred on the ship.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
This is why we take 2 jobs.
Crow.
Exactly.
To pay for Crow.
Yep.
Crow, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I
You try
generally
to
don't
take
know
over the
what you're
world?
wondering, but your plans are normally good.
The same thing we. Yeah.
Same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Wow. Jim,
Try and take over the galaxy.
So
Uh,
we're gonna need to make an engagement roll to get to Mem.
all right. It sounds like a transport job.
Sounds a lot like a transport job.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the route is to go through the jump gate and then
Yes.
straight on to Mem.
I think so. Unless people got other ideas.
Pilot, do you want to do anything funky?
I don't have any business on Sanhandra or Voss, so
Or going through dark hyperspace lanes, which we don't have maps for.
Yeah.
well, I'm not the pilot. I want it, and I would be hard pressed if you're gonna fly my baby blind through some dark hyperspace lanes.
I mean, I'm speaking out of character about this because we got to figure out what our point of detail is for this transport job.
Yeah.
And I think it is just, straight through the jump gate to Mem is what it sounds
All
like.
right. The detail is just above board. Pretend everything's completely legal and legit. Okay.
We are a bounty hunter crew, so
Sure. All right. Well, let's work this out here. So you get one die for sheer luck.
we should choose our load.
Oh yeah. Tell me your load, guys.
Normal.
Normal.
Everybody's normal.
Most of us.
I mean, we're not normal, but we're normal.
Pretty normal.
What's the difference between these?
They're listed there. 3 points, 5 points, 6 points, unless you're
Other
muscle. It means
the
how many you can select on your gear.
Okay.
The other difference is that light they also like how people perceive you is a difference. So light load means you can pass as like a civilian basically. You don't look threatening. Normal is you're like
You look like you're doing a job.
yeah, I mean you could pass yourself off as like a worker or something, but you're packing. And then heavy is like you look like a soldier or something. There's no way you're going to be undetected. And also light, normal, and heavy, it's like the lighter your load is, the quicker you'll generally be like running and things of that sort.
I'll do light then, because I'm a cat.
I mean, it's relative to you, but yeah.
That's fair.
Still.
Oh, little kitty cat blaster pistols.
Mm-hmm. Just
They just levitate.
yeah, just side-mounted blasters.
I love it.
Cat
I mean,
armor.
So anyway, I
it's
started
telekinetic
growling.
blasters.
So
I
is
want it
this
to be like a
operation
roll. She has to like meow and then it like pops out.
is this operation particularly bold or daring?
We're
No.
pretending that nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing up with us. But I don't think it's particularly bold or daring.
Is it overly complicated or contingent on many factors? No, not really.
No, we're just going through the gate.
Actually, nothing's wrong.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability? Not really.
No.
Is the target strongest against approach, or do they have special particular defenses? Yes.
Shit.
Can
It's
your
a
friends-
security station?
Can your friends or contacts provide aid or insight on this operation?
I mean, I feel like that's part of what Aura was doing. No, maybe
But
not.
that's already doing it, not like they're
Yeah.
not here for the job to do it.
She
It's
wasn't
not
really
part
helping
of-
with this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
That's fair.
Are any of your enemies or rivals interfering in this operation?
It's up to
I-
you.
Don't think so. Let me just peek at everybody's character sheets real quick. Nah, I don't need to make it any harder than it already is.
Thanks. We already are at 0 dice, to be fair, but you know.
Feels
Yeah.
reassuring.
You can't really get lower than 0 dice, so nothing is going to give you any bonuses here. So you're going to roll at 0 dice.
Wait, I
what's
thought we
rolling
get
dice?
one for sheer luck.
You
We
started
we
with
got the
that.
minus
And
one.
we lost. We lost dice.
Yep.
Magic lost dice.
You're like at -2 dice, but that's
so,
not an option.
So with 0, it's just the 2d6 and it's the
Take
worst
the
of the
lowest.
2?
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll it because I'm driving, I guess. 4?
Hey,
Wow.
yeah, not too bad.
4 is
Wow.
not bad.
Four is
Four
not
We'll
bad.
take it.
Four's decent. You're in a risky position when the action starts. So the comms crackle to life as the system police at the jump gate, just outside the jump gate. There's like a queue line for the jump gate, and the system police are like, please prepare to be boarded. We're inspecting all ships leaving the Rin system. What do you do?
Is there any explanation as to why they're...
No?
Yeah, I get on the comms and it's like, so they're gonna run an inspection, so we need to be ready for them to come aboard.
I will.
Nakros starts like running around, her arms flailing in the air.
Yeah,
Necros.
checks out.
Necros, I think the best idea is for you to get into one of those sails in the brig.
I think that's a bad idea. I might have another solution though. I might have something. Just give me a hot second. I'm gonna take my fine ship repair tools, and what I'm gonna do, because we don't have a lot of space on this ship, but I'm gonna make a makeshift smuggler's compartment in part of the ship with my ship repair tools.
Gonna open up like a hatch and clear some space.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
I'm gonna rig it.
That sounds like rig.
It is very much. I'm very much rigging. That's my plan.
I think I could help. Being the pilot, I would know also what like subsystems are okay to turn off.
Yeah,
Get
totally.
in there. So I'll spend distress to help.
Normally I would say this would be limited effect, but Necros is pretty small, so you don't have to create that much space to hide her.
I also
So-
have fine tools.
Can I describe my memento of a past encounter? Actually, I need to ask if this works anyway. I was going to say that I formerly was a jump gate guard, and I have an FOP card, but for jump gates.
What's an FOP card?
Friend of police.
Maybe. Yeah. We could possibly.
Probably work for something else. but
That could
right now-
probably work while they're inside doing the inspection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just trying to make the compartment right now.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about... never mind.
No,
No,
it's a good idea. Hold on to that for the next bit.
Oh, I wasn't going to scrap the idea. It's just I kind of cut into Saint's thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Had a
You're at risky standard.
Risky standard. Okay, cool. We have 2 gambits right now, right? Because
Because we're starting
Your
a new
job?
thing. Yes.
Can we
So
have
let me
scoundrel?
make you a new. Copy paste.
I actually am gonna ask this first. What would great effect look like for this?
They don't get on the ship.
And that's not what I'm trying
Definitely
to
not that.
prevent.
No.
Yeah.
It would make it like harder to spot that there was anything done.
We
Like-
get the inspection crew that is like about to go on lunch, so they're just quickly going over it.
Right.
No, the great effect is going to be like it looks perfectly sealed back up when you're done.
Okay, that's
like,
fair.
There's no loose wires. You're able to just like push some stuff out of the way and you don't. There's no risk in putting the ship back together later.
Okay. Then I'm going to push myself for effect to make this a
Sure.
party effect.
Alright.
And I already have a die from Krieg.
Yep.
Do I want a gambit here?
We do have a
This
lot of them.
we got the 2, and this one's fairly important because
Yeah. So I'll go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if this one goes south, then it just kind of dominoes from there. So this is one where it's a make or break, really.
Then I'll spend one of the gambits on this.
Do we only have 2?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
only
only have 2.
We only start with 2. Because we start with 1 normally as bounty hunters, and you give us a +1.
Okay. So in our other ship, we started with the. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Correct.
The other ship started with 2 because smugglers.
Okay. I see.
Smugglers are luckier. I don't know.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I got a
Hey.
6. Great effect. Yeah.
We will take it.
You open the right panel, and you just need to pull out some insulation or something,
Mhm.
and she fits right in, and then you can seal it back up for as long as you need here.
Cool.
Dealing no chance of damage to the ship. You don't need to shut down any subsystems.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Volus down there with her, so that I have a way to keep track of her and also communicate with her in case we need to.
Sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna sit in front of wherever they rig this panel, and then anyone who approaches, I'm just gonna hiss and growl at them. I don't want to be disturbed.
All right.
Crow's whole contribution is to be an asshole to this person that boards the ship, so they want to get off as soon as humanly possible. Spill my booze on them when they get on board. Just be an over talkative jerk. I mean,
Jeez.
basically just be Crow.
All right. So yeah, a few minutes later, you're boarded by some system police, the gate guards, and they've got a clipboard, and they look kind of bored. And anyone who glances at their clipboard will see that there is a full color picture of Nakros on it. They're specifically looking for her.
Good thing we didn't put her in a cell.
Yeah.
I go to offer them a drink and accidentally spill it all over them.
Ugh. So yeah, it sounds like you're swaying them, I
Command?
believe. I don't think it's command. It's not
So
saying
we're
lead.
risky?
Yeah, it's risky standard, I think, to get them to be disgusted enough to want to leave sooner.
Okay, so I'm going to push myself for an extra point.
Okay. 1 extra die.
Standard.
Oh,
Four.
my.
At least it's not a critical fail.
So
So I'm going to start 2 clocks. One is they complete their inspection and leave, and the other is they get suspicious and start a more thorough inspection.
Okay.
So you're going to get... Oh shit, I forgot to add those. Damn it.
No clocks.
Token. Ah! That one, and not that one. Okay, here we go. So choose a side. You're gonna get 2 ticks on the they get suspicious clock, and 2 ticks on the they're done and leave clock.
So after that, I'm like, I'm really sorry about my friend. I I used to do the same thing. You guys looking for anyone particular? Back before I was bounty hunting. Wow, I lost my accent. Back before I was bounty hunting, I used to work the same gate. I flip out the friend of FOP card thing.
Yeah, okay. So are you trying to consort with them, being like, hey buddy?
I think it's consort.
Okay. Do you really care what they think? Like you legitimately have
I genuinely used to work as a gate guard.
Okay.
So it's like.
And was it here at the Rinholt gate specifically?
Yep, at the Rinholt gate.
So you probably know some people, not these people, but that work at the gate. Okay, great.
Yeah, these are a bunch of red shirts.
Obviously.
Risky,
so I think it's still risky standard.
Risky standard. I'm going to push myself for great.
Okay.
What's a devil's bargain look like here?
I mean, I feel like that's an easy, like, we get ticks on the other side of the clock.
I mean, I think one of the people that you worked with is part of this crew. And they don't like you.
And you don't remember them. They were
I remember them, but I don't remember their name. Sure, I'll take a devil's bargain.
All right.
Got a 5.
Let me give them a name.
I'm calling them Francine.
That's definitely not their name.
Yeah, that's definitely not their name, but that's what I call them.
But yeah, and I think they're like you pull this out and like they come from like the back and they're like, I thought I recognized your voice, Allie. I can't believe you're just flashing that thing around here.
Francine, you're still here?
My name is not Francine, and it's never been Francine. Why
shit.
Always call me Francine?
I'm sorry.
Like, it's not even close.
You remind me so much of somebody from my childhood. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
And she like
worked together for 3 years.
Yeah, she like points to her like name badge that she has to wear as part of it. And her name is Saldid. Saldid Vasa.
Saldid. And what's her like rank? What would I refer to her if I'm being formal?
I don't fucking know what ranks are.
Sergeant.
Sure, Sergeant.
Nah, she's still like. Oh no, never mind. Saldine. I'm so sorry. How have you been? Is the gate keeping you good?
No, it's terrible. You remember
that's
what it was
why I
like.
got out.
Yeah, I'm sure it's why you got out. What are you now, a bounty hunter? Come on, Allie, really?
Hey, it's exciting. Plus I get these cool, and I whip out my stun gun, and I'm like, I get this cool thing.
She like looks at it and like kind of makes like one of those like, all right, nods, right? And it's like, so what, you like get to shoot people with that? No, not random side. Dang it. Oh, it was the same side. Okay.
Well, sometimes if they're a little feisty or they're trying to run away, I actually used it last week on this big guy. He was tough. Took 2 of us to carry him into the brig.
Huh. I don't like it when I gotta carry people into the brig. Now tell me, tell me, Outro. Did Tempo have any friends or former lovers at this post?
No, I think they kept it. They kept it professional. They acted like everybody was their friend, but they were like it was office friends kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So Cell Lead is like, look, I'm glad you're happy where you're at now, but I'm kind of busy here, okay? I don't got time to chit-chat, especially with someone who doesn't remember my freaking name.
I said I'm sorry.
That's what you always say. Goddamn.
You know I'm bad with names.
She kind of huffs.
You had 3 years to memorize it.
Yeah.
And I kind of like wink and I'm like, but I could always remember that face.
Yeah, she like rolls her eyes really loudly. So I think what we're I think the consequence here is going to be like I think it's actually reduced effect. So you go back from great effect down to standard.
Okay.
So she doesn't get any more suspicious yet. But she doesn't like you, and she's definitely got eyes on Tempo specifically.
And I like step out of the way and I like, you want some coffee? I'm making some coffee.
And there's like kind of a grumbling among the people, and Salita's like, no, we're on a mission, and they're like, but coffee. And so finally a couple of them are like, okay, we'll take some coffee.
Okay.
And Salita's like, no.
I was gonna spit in Salid's coffee.
I got an idea for what I'd like to do here.
Sure.
Link is back in the engine room right now. She doesn't want to interact with any of these people because they're gate guards, which means they're hegemony, and hegemony don't like aliens. So
It's all of those things are true.
So she's got her fine hacking rig out, and what she's gonna start doing, she's gonna connect with whatever like security checklist thing they're using on their tablets or whatever, and she's gonna start checking things for them basically.
Okay. I'm gonna say that is.
It's a hack. Is certainly
Desperate Limited.
Yeah, I think it's definitely desperate.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. Is fine bring this from 0 to limited, or is it limited before that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine brings it from 0 to limited.
That's fair. Look, I can be audacious as well. It's fine. Yeah. So I'm going to. Well, first things first. I'm going to push for effect. To make this desperate standard instead.
Sure.
Do I have anything else I can really use? I'm gonna be a little bit selfish and use our last gambit for this. See if I can fill that.
Son of a bitch.
See if I can possibly fill that clock. All right, yeah.
Go.
It's fine. I don't have that many dice in this, but it'll be great.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
I've had that multiple times in the last couple of days, so I am trusting nothing.
It'll be fine.
I'm waiting on this die roll.
I got a 5.
Hey!
I got a 5. I'll take
Nice.
it.
With spinning the gambit, so good.
Yeah, the gambit is what did it. I would have been screwed otherwise.
It did its job.
Indeed.
All right, so you get 2 more ticks on here.
Actually, I get 3 ticks because I have Tinker. So when I work a clock with Rig or Hack, I feel +1 segment.
There you go. Nice. I think we're going to get fill this suspicious clock.
Can I resist that?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
What's the other
just
thing before?
so you know, there's another consequence, and I don't know if you want to. You can resist either or both. The other consequence is your rig gets tagged. You get like
You know,
That's a hell of a consequence.
I don't want either of those things. I mean, it's desperate. It makes sense.
This
I don't
is
want either of those things happening, but the second one is more important.
So if you'd like to roll on that one first.
I would like to roll on that one first. What kind of resist would you say it is? Insight?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's insight.
Okay. Alrighty. Hey, that's a 6.
That's
Good job.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Please.
see the programming trying to like put its hooks into your rig, and you're like, no, delete.
I have to imagine one of the guards, the like gate guards getting coffee, like looks at their tablet for a second and is like, wait a minute, I didn't press that.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting suspicious. Would you like to
You know what? If I trauma out, I trauma out. That's fine.
Damn, how much stress do you have?
He's like, wait a second,
I'm too
I didn't
away.
tick that, and then a message pop up, and it goes, yes, you did, and that's you
Yes, you
resisting. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do another insight resist. I'm 2 stress away. I could be fine. I could be screwed. It's whatever. It is what
It's
it is.
pretty good. Yeah, I think it's an insight resist for sure.
All right. Hey, I have 1
Hey.
stress left. Perfect.
Alright, perfect.
You're fine.
Excellent.
There's still 1 tick on this clock, but it's not filled yet.
Let's see.
So you guys are 1 tick away from both of these clocks being filled. Who would like to try to finish this out?
I was gonna do the Puss in Boots like adorable eyes and just distract them.
You're pretty distracting.
Or they're allergic to cats, so they.
Or they're allergic to cats. And they
It's
have
like-
to leave.
That sounds like a sway to me. Like you're trying to ply their emotions with your cuteness.
Yes.
Manipulate them.
How do I push?
Clicks the one
You
you're
spend-
trying to do.
Yeah, you spend stress to either give yourself an extra die or give yourself extra effect.
Currently, you guys are looking
So
at
take up your stress,
standard right now.
Okay.
and then go to your sway.
Yeah.
And so you said risky standard?
And then you add,
Yeah.
when it asks you for bonus dice, put +1.
+1. Yeah. Ooh,
6.
6. I am adorable.
The big
Oh,
eyes
we
come
get a
out.
gambit.
I am goddamn adorable.
Yeah, you get a gambit back. I gotta find gambits again.
Sorry.
It's my own fault, really.
Like the first person who walks into this room, I immediately go like wide-eyed and start purring, and my tail flicks like excitedly.
An easy way to
Yeah.
avoid that is just toggle it to your GM layer instead of deleting it.
I mean, I just have 1 saved in my GM layer, and then I delete the ones on screen.
That's what I mean. It's like, so you always have it on hand.
Yeah.
That makes too much sense. All right, it is done. Okay. So yeah, they pet you and spend some time lavishing some love on the ship's cat. A couple of them comment on how beautiful she is.
This is the best work ever, is what I'm thinking.
I
Yeah,
am so good at this job. I love it.
they finish their inspection and leave, seeing no problems. And soon you make it through the gate. Now, it would be easy to make it to Mem, but unfortunately, since the destruction of Omega, there have been some weird things going on in this system. That face.
You're welcome.
I got you.
It's a good phase. It's a good phase.
You're probably halfway to Mem when it's like 2 or 3 days later. When the sensors pick up something. And it's some kind of large organic something coming towards you.
Oh no!
It's
It's
a
a
squid.
callback from season 1.
Is it a space whale?
No,
Could just be a space whale.
Something on the sensors. I'd call the intercom.
I just go to the freaking long range scanners, see if we have anything else.
Do
about it.
we let
Narcy is that? Yeah. we
Yeah.
do.
okay.
Yeah, Necros, you probably
Necros,
let her
yeah.
out like shortly.
Oh
After.
shit! We forgot the fox.
No, I had a small drone in there to keep track of her. I had this.
Yeah.
Just look around.
So you're like sluicing through the spaceways, and there's just this. It's less of a space whale and more of like a space great white shark, except larger.
That?
It's not good.
No, we don't want to be near that.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be near that.
Krieg, we need to get out of here quick.
All right. Don't worry. I've got some
Space shark-
maneuvers we can try to avoid this thing. And I start
Are
listing
space
us
sharks
lazily
a
to the
thing?
left.
Have they always been a thing? I have questions.
Bro, yes, they've always been a thing. Did nobody ever tell you when you were a kid about the space sharks? Like, come on.
It's fine. We're listening lazily to the left.
space jets.
Wait, is that a fish? I go wide-eyed.
It's a giant space fish.
It's one that'll destroy you.
Yeah.
But yes.
We should
I
go
guess.
fishing.
That is
We should
so
go
much
fishing.
meat.
Wrong. Look, we're getting out
I'm
of
getting
here.
my spacesuit.
I-
I totally go to get my spacesuit on.
If any one of you breaks the ship, I will kill all of you.
We're gonna need a better boat.
We're leaving. We're leaving. I'm gonna start steering us to avoid this shark with my maneuvers by listing lazily to the left.
My tail
Alright,
is flicking at this giant fish, and I might be drooling a little bit.
All right. It's
I was gonna say, before I do anything, has it started moving towards us?
definitely yes.
Okay. So we should treat this seriously.
Hundo percento. It
Alright.
it looks hungry.
I also look hungry.
That's fair.
The chicken of space, yes.
All right. I'm gonna start piloting.
It's risky standard
Risky standard. All right.
so far.
I need to get a desperate roll in tonight. Let's kick this up a little bit.
Kick it up a notch.
You wanna
You have potency on all speed related rolls, right?
Yes.
Being an ace pilot.
Mm-hmm. I'm not super worried about it, but I want to get my experience in.
Okay.
So, is this a speed roll? Are you going quickly, or are you like doing fancy maneuvers, or both?
Both.
Great. So you're trying to give yourself a desperate great here, where you
Yeah,
pull
let's do it.
trickery.
Mhm.
This is like one of those things where you kind of list to the left until it gets closer, and then you like zoom right past its mouth.
You can go right under it so that it doesn't have time to turn as quickly as we got by it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make
Alright.
it think it's got it.
assistance.
I will always take assistance. What am I doing to flip it to desperate grade? Am I pushing or anything like that, or is it
Nope.
just the
You
two
say
trade?
I'm putting myself in a more desperate situation in order to get greater effect. You describe how you're doing that, which we just discussed, and then
Yes.
it happens.
All right, and then I have the potency and if you're helping, you have to describe how you're helping me.
I am helping by watching this big fish, and I am going to try to use telekinesis to put it off its trajectory. Make it harder for this big fish.
All right, you can probably do like one big push when we get close enough.
Like a psychic meow emanation freaks the space fish out.
Meow.
Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah,
Hey, a 6.
that's a 6. Yeah,
Yay!
with your teamwork together, the two of you manage to avoid the space fish.
Fish.
Fish. And make it to Mem.
I
Excellent.
totally had that.
As you're circling Mem, you have the clearance codes so that you can. Can I name this space station? No. So you can land at the other port. Originally, there was only one place that you could land on Mem. There used to only be one spaceport, but that's no longer true. So now there is 2. So you're able to go and land at this new independent spaceport.
I'll bring us in for a nice safe landing.
Yeah. And you're able to make the handoff, get Necros safely to the Independent Parliament.
Nice.
A guy with a ridiculously oversized pompadour and glowing neon eyes, neon orange eyes, comes out to pick her up and hands over a cred stick for the 4 cred promised.
So this guy's actually one of Link's contacts. I just realized.
Nice.
I have Stev on my sheet.
It's not Stev.
Oh, it's not Stev.
No.
Pompadour, right? Pompadour.
Pompadour, it's not-
fancy mustache.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nah. I was just thinking Independent Parliament. Like, wait, Stev is part of the Independent Parliament in this. That's right.
He's there. He's here on Mem. Absolutely.
Excellent.
But he's not the one that came to do the pickup.
I just remembered. That's why not important for the actual scene.
No, yes. Yeah, Stev is definitely here on Mem. You would know that. You know that he is part of Independent Parliament and married to one of the Memish royalty.
Do we get I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's particularly important if we get this person's name. Pompadour person. Pink Eyes Pompadour.
His eyes are
His
orange.
eyes orange. Okay. I don't know why.
If you ask, he'll tell you his name is Neon Eyes.
Descriptive.
You know, the guy with the neon eyes. Oh, you mean neon eyes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, Mr. Neon Eyes, is there a bar anywhere around here?
Mr. Neon Eye.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to ask about a doctor.
Yeah, sure, a couple.
See one of those.
Neon Eyes. 2 questions. 1. Stev here?
Oh, yeah, you know Stev?
Yeah, I know Stev. We long story, but
I owe him a punch to the face.
Oh.
But he's here.
good. You wanna I mean, I can come with you and you can get both of those things done.
He laughs. He's like, nah, it's all right.
Other question. You had somebody named Cord?
No. I don't think
Alright.
so. Like, doesn't ring any bells. Sorry.
That's fine. It's worth a shot. I'm gonna go find Steph. I don't have to punch him in the face.
Yeah, he laughs and he's like, check, I check either the Parliament House or the bar next door.
I figured they don't gamble in the Parliament House. That would be a...
Well, it's been a pleasure, Necros.
He's like, depends on the definition of gambling.
Yeah. Politics. Krieg just starts walking towards the bar.
Yeah, we Necros... Because, Maneki, you're with Necros, and I think the rest of us are just like... Oh, yeah. Well.
Necros gives Maneki a big hug.
I
By the
purr.
way, before... Sorry, go ahead.
I purr and I do the kitty cat headbutt.
Yeah, you get a pet, and then she heads off.
Before we go, have you happened to heard of Cord at all?
I just asked that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah. He
I
said he
totally
had
missed it,
not.
sorry.
He said
Well,
nah.
ask him again, just in case.
Mr. Neon, just in
Double
your
sure,
eyes, we're looking for a cord, by the way.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Have
Yeah,
you heard of a man named Cord? No.
Yeah, just a moment ago, actually, your little friend here, she was asking me about it.
No, I'm poking fun at you.
All right, so yeah, you
Now scratch me behind the ears.
You got enough people you could do
he's
that
like,
for you on the planet.
I'm busy. I gotta go take care of Nakros.
And punch Steph in the face, I'm sure.
And I say to, damn it, I forgot Brindis's characters.
Krieg.
Krieg.
I say to Krieg, I'm like, should I meet you guys back at the ship or at the bar?
Wherever you like. I don't think we're in any hurry to leave.
Just don't drag some more debt with you.
That wasn't me!
It wasn't this
was
time.
totally
This,
her!
yeah, they like emphasize this time.
I'm just
Alright.
going to the doctor. Look at my shoulder. It's turning green.
You literally ask somebody for money, and then well, actually, I don't know that. It's just like, yeah, we don't know that. It's just like, look, that's your own fault. You literally, that was 2 weeks. You had a
Why
chance
have
of
you
more.
not had that looked at yet?
And I offered to clean the wound for him, but he won't let me. She won't let
I've
me.
been fine.
They're fine.
And I don't think green is fine. You're not normally green.
Aren't you kind of greenish?
Talking
Narrow
to
my eyes.
Tempo.
Fair point. He's
Go
fine.
get yourself
She's
cared for.
fine.
And I swear, if that doctor is at a casino, bad things will probably happen to you, and it won't be my fault.
So
right,
we're all in agreement. We'll meet back in an hour at the bar.
Meet at the bar. Got it.
And we can do downtime next time.
Next time,
Yeah.
because we're out of
Uh,
time.
we get money. We get paid.
Yeah, you got
nice.
paid.
Four
You got
cred.
4 cred.
But there's 5 of us.
How do
I
we
mean,
divide it?
you left before we divvied up the money. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like since you made us have all that dead outro, that we should not give you the cred this time.
No. I think it would be fair if Crow didn't get any cred for the debt they went into.
No, that's what I was actually going to suggest, but I was making
Being
fun.
funny.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I got you. I
No,
just
the camera's
wanna make
disappeared
clear.
again.
God
Oh, no.
bless it. Really? Why?
all right. So everybody except for Krieg, or not Krieg, everybody except for Crow gets the cred. Krieg, you definitely get a cred.
You already said
Click on
Krieg.
two.
It's too late. I marked it down on my character sheet.
No, you didn't.
Alright,
Now I have enough money for the doctor and the casino.
And on the space mistress.
Oh, we
All
have
right,
the drugs
let's-
and the money.
Let's do some XP.
Yeah.
So for the Rocksteady, did you execute a successful extraction operation or capture of a bounty?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we smuggled.
Well, we extracted
Stop
somebody-
it! You're not helping.
We extracted somebody from Warren.
Yeah.
We completed
Yeah,
an
alright.
operation.
Technicalities.
I'll give it. I'll agree to that. I mean, sure.
I'll allow it.
Alternatively, you captured a bounty, you just didn't turn it in.
That
That
too.
is true.
Technically, yes.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Hopefully.
I think it was pretty savvy of us to just be like, you know what? We're just gonna go straight on through and not be suspicious.
The way
Alright.
we lined all of our jobs up, I would say, is very savvy. We're trying to kind of get done multiple things at once.
And we
I think
also
we could have established the inconspicuous trait.
we also got a favor from
Conclave?
Conclave. Yeah, Conclave 01.
Yeah, we definitely improved things with 01.
What was the inconspicuous? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, inconspicuous.
I don't think you've gotten it yet, but you're working towards it for sure.
Cool.
Did you express your goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
I would
I mean,
say
we
so.
had an argument about the bounty board for a little while.
That was pretty great, actually.
Yeah. I think, I think everybody's reactions to Nakros is pretty, very much alright, hey, this was something we were looking for anyway, so this is we just went with it.
2-for-1 deal.
Exactly. So, it sounds like we got, 7?
Is that 5? 7?
5, 7? Because we got 1 for the accessible operation.
Yep.
We got 1 or 2 for challenges above our current station, because that was
Probably
the entire
2.
job. We bolstered our crew's reputation. We started developing a new one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And
Alright,
then
so
we had
7.
7.
Okay.
So we got a crew advance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
And
we
that means everybody gets 2 stash.
Hey.
two
stash.
stash?
Yep, so
Yay.
no, you gotta click the stash ones, not
whoops.
your personal.
2
All right.
stash. I see.
Krieg,
Yes.
did you remember to mark for your desperate actions?
Yes, I ticked it in prowess.
Perfect.
Hell.
Do you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
Yes, in the same situation.
Yeah, for sure.
I did with speed and flair, I think. But I probably can't capitalize on it twice. It would only be the one, I think.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, had a
Yeah.
nice heart-to-heart with Link.
And your whole yeah, exactly.
No vice or traumas yet.
No vice or traumas. All right, yeah, that's your XP.
Yep.
Good job. Hey, Tempo.
Hi.
I think your cigarette burn has healed itself after this long amount of time, but you probably have a scar because you did not get it looked at.
That's fair.
Now, did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence? Yeah.
Influence, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Did you address your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
In the same interaction, I expressed my background.
Yep.
My influence and background were one and the same during the conversation with the gate guards.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't struggle from anything, so I got 2 experiences. I have a total of 6.
Cool. Boop. And
them all in resolve and tip my sway up.
cool. All right, Crow.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you address a tough challenge with charm or audacity?
I sure did. I was quite audacious with those boarding officers.
You were. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, multiple times.
Yeah.
Once with the crew at the bounty board, and then once with my contact.
For sure, for sure. And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
Not at all.
All right. Link.
Yeah, hello. I already marked my desperate.
Good.
Did I address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity? Indeed, I did. Making that emergency smuggler compartment, as well as hacking into the boarding officer's checklist.
Yeah, for sure.
Were definitely both of those. Expressing my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Those all came up. I definitely feeling really awkward in Aura's place was part of that. The conversation I had with Krieg, not wanting to see the boarding officers was part of it.
Every time you were like, "Can we please get off the planet right now?"
giving the information I had about Ariani to Conclave 01.
Yep. You'd only get 2 XP for this, but you did a lot. Did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
I prevented myself from having troubles with my vice, and I don't have any traumas. So,
all right.
I got a playbook advance. Mechanics art. Boom. Did.
Got it. Mineki.
Yeah.
Did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way?
A couple times.
Yeah.
When I made some people really like me by looking adorable to protect someone. And then I pushed a giant space fish.
Yes, you did.
Fish.
You mind punched a giant space fish.
I mind punched a giant space fish.
Typical.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Particularly, probably the most when I was talking with Aura.
Yeah, I agree.
So Aura.
Both from you feeling more comfortable in the kind of Lux environment, but also you being like, "Hey, Aura, can you help me on this project, this personal project that I'm personally involved in, please?"
Yeah. And then probably just my way of handling things by just getting everything to take care of me. Being spoiled. Is that one experience?
Yeah, when you were just like every single chance you had, you were like, "Pet me." You're not petting me. Hello.
Yes, I am here.
When you just jump up on strange Urbot's shoulders, like, "I live here now."
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that for sure.
Okay. I did not particularly have any trouble with vice or traumas this round. Unless you count that kind of thing.
I mean, either way, you're gonna get XP for it, so.
Okay, yeah. Hey.
Awesome. Alright. That's all the XP. Next time, we will be doing downtime actions here on MEM, and I will... actually, let me assign you guys your heat real quick before I forget, and roll entanglement.
Probably a good idea.
Factions, here we go. Honestly, the bulk of this mission took place in Rin, even though you guys wound up in Holt. So I think your heat is going to be applied to Rin, which honestly makes a lot of sense considering
It does.
all of the factors involved. So
Correcto.
this was pretty quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't get
Low
suspicious.
exposure. No one got really suspicious. But you also get +1 for a high-profile, well-connected target.
Shit.
Grant.
But I mean,
We have a wanted level in Rin now.
Yay.
Not for long.
yeah, 2 heat's not that much, but you have a haunted level because. Yep. Ta-da!
This is
We
the
did it.
this is the opposite of the packet loss, where the packet loss we basically never had wanted levels. This is our second session. We got a wanted level already.
Yup.
Get it, fam.
I
Congratulations.
mean, to be fair, Face was able to wipe off much of the heat that we did gather, so...
Host Sergeant Vasa is definitely the one who wrote us up. Gotta believe it.
That jerk who dumped coffee on me.
She's, sometimes we hold grudges.
She's just trying to share.
Damn it, Francine.
It is not my name!
It's gonna be really awkward when she arrests you.
Right?
Oh no, that is an engagement or an entanglement for sure.
Oh, shit,
No, because
damn.
you guys are in Holt now. So you're on the
It will be an entanglement.
you're on the wanted level 1 chart or 0 chart in Holt.
Oh right, it's based on where you're in, not where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though you gained the heat in the other system, you managed to get out of that system before
That's
the heat
that's much less
caught
bad.
up with you.
Breaking out before
Yeah.
the consequences. That's what I like to see.
You actually don't have any +2 or +3 factions, so you avoid entanglements this time around.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. So that was an episode. Let's do some outros.
We did
Start with outro.
Hi, I'm Outro. You can find me here on Thursdays and on Twitter at Outro42. I'll eventually start streaming again whenever a game comes out that I want to stream. But right now, video games are not like
Largely being pushed back to
really
next year.
super holds my attention. So, yeah, that's me. Quick and easy.
Rhys.
You can currently find me here on Thursdays until my games stop getting delayed. Eventually, I will stream something when it is made at one point or another. That's me.
Saint.
Hi everybody, my name is Saintguard. I'm a variety streamer, voice actor, game designer, and sometimes GM of tabletop role-playing games. Usually you can find me on my own channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. I played a lot of video games. Though tomorrow, partly to celebrate the fact that Legend of Korra is going to be on Netflix starting tomorrow, my stream is going to be me working on Republic City by Night, which is the Forged in the Dark Legend of Korra game that I'm making. I'm going to be just working on factions for 4 hours. Because I need to write out factions. Because I have not done that yet. I've done like 1 to 2 sentence descriptors of each of them, like the short ones you see in Blades and Scum. But I'm gonna basically talk about like how the like half-page faction things that are in Blades and Scum, and basically make like a Legend of the Republic City factions based on those. I also might be doing some Twitch things tomorrow. I've got a house to myself for this weekend, so I got time and space, which is nice.
Nice.
So yeah, you can find me over there. Usually I stream it from 10 to 2 Pacific, and I've also been doing Phoenix Wright, so you can come and watch me do lots of silly voices for a game that
so
can
many silly
sometimes be
voices.
very problematic. Though this case is less problematic than the last one. The last one was super problematic for a variety of reasons. It was... But anyway, yeah, you can do that. I'm here as well on Thursdays. And yeah, I also have a Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is Saintguardly. That's my username with the LY at the end. My Instagram is just Saintguard. And I got a Patreon, where you can find Republic City by Night. As well as the other game I'm working on, which is There's Been a Murder mystery hack of Mobile Frame 05 brands, which I also worked on today. So yeah, that's me.
Just also awesome.
Thanks.
Shae.
Hello, I'm Shae. I am an artist and member of Party White Gaming. You can catch me on Party White Gaming's channel most days of the week, where I am in most of the games that are played. You can also catch me on my channel, which is twitch.tv/ShaeGem, in which I stream my artwork. And I am, on that note, I am also open for commissions. So anybody who's interested in having a character or logo or map or anything they want, just send me a message and we can work something out. You can also see some of my work on my Twitter, which is twitter.com/GemShae, GEMSHAE, so other way around. You can also find my price sheet on there as well if you want to just take a look. That's me.
So,
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. Currently, I am GMing this game of Scum Villainy here on Thursdays, the Rocksteady, and every other Monday over on my own channel, which is twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi, we are playing a long-form version of The King is Dead, called For Love of the Crown, which has some weird supernatural bends to it, because why not? That should be coming back next week. And I'm looking forward to it because it's been a hot minute because I was a hot mess. Those are my currently only games, but we'll see what the future holds. That's it. That's me.
speaking of hot messes, hi, I'm Rin. You're currently watching our channel, Party Wipe Games. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what we do, we'll be back tomorrow where Shae is going to continue reading and getting very close to the end of Wind Up Girl. Saturdays, we play Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Sunday, we play Curse of Strahd. Mondays, we'll eventually get back to my homebrew game, Blood Moon Rising, which is a Grim Hollow horror-themed campaign featuring gnolls and eating people. Fun times. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, and we are halfway to the arrival of the Second Inquisition. That's good times. We also had a Scandinavian sect of badass female biker gangrel called the Valkyries show up and recruit our lipstick gangrel into their gang of shenanigans. So that was fun last week. Wednesdays, I am over on Encounter Roleplay playing Cult Divinity Lost, a campaign called I Am Pilgrim, and my character is a hot mess, and our whole group is a hot mess, and bad things happen. I crashed a car and caused somebody to lose an eye. Also, I think I'm technically responsible for somebody also dying, but it was an NPC, so who cares? It's
Yeah, that show is wild.
Look. If you had not driven that car, the drunk guy who was supposed to do it
would have been driving.
It would have been the same result.
Yeah,
Or worse.
I crit failed on my drive check. We woke up in the forest after a car accident. No idea how we got there. The drunk guy didn't wear his seatbelt, and he was through the windshield, and another player was out in the forest missing an eye. So that happened.
Oof.
Yeah. It got better. Our cultist who knows magicked her eye back, but she didn't have it for a while. And
No, magicked her sight back, not her eye.
Right, magicked her sight back, so she's still missing the eye.
That's worse? I want to say that's worse.
It's slightly worse. I also have fun mystical alcohol that's made by Shinto priests who ferment the rice sake in their mouths and spit it into a bottle.
That's a real thing.
It is. Yeah, it was a real thing, and I was super excited to know that reference. And as soon as it became an option, my character, who was also super interested in weird esoteric things, was like, "Tell me more," and he wouldn't tell her more. So she just managed to acquire the bottle from our drug abuser character and was like, "We're going on this spirit journey together," and so that'll happen later, I'm sure. But that's us. We can jump over to let's go say hi to my friend and Shae's friend, Wan Wan. They are drawing arts. They're doing a pretty intense looking action scene right now for their art. So everybody check in, say hello to Wan Wan when we get there. She is a nice burb, and we'll see you all next Thursday or tomorrow if you swing by for the story show. Have a good night.